Hi friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a homeschool mom to a 10-year-old who is currently doing 5th grade work. And in these daily wrap-ups, I like to share with you guys what we did in our homeschool day. And sometimes I will reverse plan with you, and sometimes I grade and reverse plan in advance. And so I'm kind of using my planner as the guide. Today is going to be another day where I just reverse plan as I'm sharing the daily work because I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. Okay, so I'll kick us off with some reading that she did. She did some self-led reading. How much did she get through? She got through quite a lot today. I don't know if the chapters are spelled out. But she basically just started this today. Oddity Woods, she's a big manga and graphic novel girly. And so usually if she is doing like self-interest led reading, it's usually not going to be a book. Although she is reading Warriors, and that actually does have a graphic novel, but she doesn't have that yet. So she did some reading in Oddity Woods. Okay. All right, for Spanish, she did practice Unit 1, Lesson 2. And so it's where you listen to the audio of all these sentences and then repeat it. And so she did that. And then I always have her also write down, pick 2 of the sentences and write them down just in Spanish. And then tomorrow when we do Spanish, I'll have her translate them in English, what they mean, and then pick 2 more sentences from that list and write those down. And then she'll do the lesson, which would be matched tomorrow. So that's what she did for Spanish. All right, for spelling, we did 1.5 in words. And so this is what our whiteboard ended up looking like. She had to read these words and then identify which part of the words were the blends and which part were digraphs. And then these words I dictated to her, and then she had to put them in the correct column where they belonged. And then she wrapped it up with this worksheet, which I'm just noticing she didn't follow the instructions. So I'm going to have her redo this so she follows the instructions, because she was supposed to underline the consonant digraphs and she just circled everything. So that was spelling. All right, for literature, we're still listening to Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince, while we wait until next week when we get back to geography, because then we would kick back over to Moving Beyond the Page and doing the literature that ties into the 50 states, because it's like 50 state poetry in relation to the 50 states and stuff. So in the meantime, we're still listening to Harry Potter. Yesterday she filled in the strengths. Today she filled in the weaknesses. And this led to a good conversation because she really didn't want to give Harry any weaknesses because she likes him. So that was a very nice discussion that we had regarding that. And so that is what we did for literature. All right, and then while I was pulling together the rest of her lessons, I just had her correct her spelling, because that's something we're working on this year, is her following the instructions. She tries to just blow through things sometimes. And so now we have the blends circled and the digraphs underlined. And so her spelling is good to go. Okay, for grammar, she's on to compound subjects. And so, see, she gives me little notes. So that tells me that while I'm grading this, I'm going to talk to her about what this is, what she's asking, so we can further dive into whatever we need to dive into. But I think I said in the beginning of this video, usually I will reverse plan and grade and then do these videos, because then I have everything like set aside and prepared. But the days have just been kind of crazy. And so if I want to get these videos out, I just got to do it live. So when I grade this after this video, I'll find out what that was supposed to mean. So EIW, lesson 4, compound subjects. I just realized I probably should be using my other pen, because I think this pen bleeds with highlighter, which makes me crazy. Okay, so that needs to be graded. Word of the day was assume, taken out of Evan Moore, so taken out of here, and I put it on my whiteboard, and I'll put a little clip or image of the whiteboard on the screen for you guys. And this is assume as a verb. Okay. Okay, she also did typing today. She also did a little science kit. It was called Magic Science. So we're almost fully decorated for Halloween in our house. And so she every year has like an apothecary that we set up. And so we got this Magic Science kit. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen, but it's like doing potions and stuff like that. And so she did a couple experiments and was playing around with mixing things and watching different reactions that came about from that. And then also we did a little bit of time in the garden today, and then we did do some seed preserving, Chinese long bean green beans. And so we preserve these, and we're probably gonna succession plant and get some more of these into the garden, because right now would probably be the best time to do it. And so put down Magic Science. And garden. And she did do some coloring today. I don't think I'm going to count it as her art because there was no lesson tied with it. Although she is working on practicing her shading techniques. I still don't think I'm going to list it as something, because it wasn't something planned. So yeah, that basically wrapped up our day. So now I can just highlight and we're good to go. Okay. All right, I'll color in both Vapas with color pencil, and that's our day. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, have a good one. Bye.